Hello everyone, and dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 8D. I am Dimahi Patel, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 10th International Congress on Information and Communication Technology, London, United Kingdom. The 10th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held on 18th February in London, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom from 19 to 21st February 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we will have 6 presentations. Each presenter will be given 12 minutes for the presentation and 3 minutes for the question and answers. On 10 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, you can write it to me in the chat box. Now, before we begin with the presentations, I would like to introduce you all to the chair of the session. We have with us Professor Ping Luo. Professor Ping Luo is an assistant professor at Algoma University, Canada. His research focuses on integrating multi-view biological data with deep learning models, combining computational and experimental approaches. With strong expertise in designing, executing, analyzing, and interpreting biological experiments and data, he contributes to advancements in biomedical research. I welcome you, sir, to this session, and I would request you to share a few words to the presenters today.
Thank you, Mahi. Yeah, it's really great to join this session, and thank you to our. I'm Ping. I'm an assistant professor at Algoma University, and I would like to thank the program committee for inviting me to chair this session, and I look forward to all the presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we also have with us Dr. Amar Buchade as a session chair. Professor Amar Buchade is currently an associate professor at Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology, Pune. Earlier, he had worked at Pune Institute of Computer Technology and MIT ADT School of Computing and has over 18 years of teaching experience. His main research areas are distributed systems, cloud computing, distributed system security, computer networks, Internet of Things, and blockchain. Welcome, Amar sir, and I would like to request you to share a few words to everyone today.
Okay, so thank you very much, and thank you very much for giving me an opportunity for this 10th International Congress on Information and Communication Technology. So I'm wishing all the best to the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now we will be starting with the presentations. Coming first up is Rotimi Williams Bello, presenting a study on cloud-based face swapping application. Rotimi, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir. Over to you.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Please, I can't share my screen.
Just a minute, sir.
My name is Rotimi Bello. I'm from Sony University of Technology, South Africa. I hope that you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible to us.
Our work is on cloud-based face swapping application. It's an improvement on the existing work on face swapping. What motivated us is the technologies that we have in our various places today, whereby people can easily manipulate other people's faces to commit fraud. So we try to go into cloud and make face swapping a cloud-based application to enable or to reduce the rate of fraud activities using the application. Our problem statement is the challenge stated. Please upcoming. The challenge stated in the problem statement is to perform image processing requests in a cloud environment in a timely and secure manner. What we use as part of the requirement is to secure and private communication between services without disclosing information online, effective low-cost storage and retrieval of photos and results, a notification system to update users on the status of their request. Our aim, the project's goal is to develop a scalable and safe cloud architecture for a face swapping application that lets user upload 2 photos and get a face swap output. Our principal objectives are effective handling of a request for face swapping. User information and image results are handled and stored securely. We also have, as part of our objective, the reduction of latency and boost efficiency. The procedure that we use in embarking on this thing is by creating a secure virtual private cloud to hold all application resources. Our second step is to filter and safeguard requests. We use a web application firewall. The third step involves putting API gateway into place to provide regulated access to the application's API. Our step 4, we process and oversee face swapping operation with Lambda functions. Step 5, we use VPC that we started with in step 1. We have created it in step 1 and we repeated it in step 5 as endpoint to stop input and output photos in S3 bucket for private access. Step 6, we configure an SNS to inform users of the progress and completion of their request. The workflow involves now the workflow, how it operates. A user will request the services. The user uses the front end to submit 2 photos. After passing security test by WAV, the request is sent to the API gateway. Lambda is triggered by the API gateway to upload photos to S3 in distinct directory. Processing flow involves using the pictures from S3. Lambda calls a machine learning model to do face swapping. You know that AWS, they are busy web services as machine learning as is a framework. He has it as his framework that enables machine learning applications to be carried out on it while we are on the web. Then after that, the swap result is kept in another S3 bucket called result buckets. Then the notification follow. The Lambda notify SNS of its status following processing. The results are sent by SNS to the user's front-end point. The architecture services used. VPC, which offer an isolated and safe environment for the application. Users can connect to the VPC through the internet gateway. WAF enables guarding against harmful traffic and attacks on the application, while API gateway oversees and direct front-end and back-end API queries. Lambda handles face swapping, processes image upload, and initiates SNS alerts. S3 buckets keeps results in a specific result bucket and original photos in different folders, while VPC endpoint provides private access to S3 for Lambda and other VPC resources. SNS notifies the user of the status and completion of the processing, while the CloudWatch collects logs and metrics for Lambda functions, API gateway, and WAF. The architecture is like this. This is the whole architecture that I have been talking about since. It's for the front end where the user uploads his passport, his picture, wherever. Why these internal edges is what I've talked about since. This is the framework of our work. This is the whole work that we designed, that we built, that will enable all that I'll be saying since. Permit me now, well, after I've gone to the benefit, I will still need to take it to another platform where I will be able to show you the work proper. The benefits of our work. We have improved security. We have cost saving. We have scalability. We have user-friendly alerts. We have streamlined processes. All these are the benefits that involve in our work. And please let me quickly take you back to another slide where I will be able to let you have
Hello.
Please, I'm with you. Please, I want to. Are you seeing this?
Uh,
Okay, if you are saying this is the result of our experiments. We have figure 2. The figure 2 show A, B, C, D. A and B are two different people. We were able to take the face of A and take it to B and take B to C. We are able to swap them. If you look at the figure 2, you will see that A and B are turned to C and D. B is still the same person that we have in D, but we have taken the face of A and drop it in the face of D. Why B is now on the face of C? This is what we are able to do with our architecture. And proceeding to the result, we use precision recall F1 and accuracy metrics. We compare our work with the SVM under linear and non-linear. We also compare it with linear and non-linear under detector-based bag of words features and under the grid-based bag of words features. And as you can see, our own method was taking the lead under precision, under recall, under F1 and accuracy with 0.87, 0.95, 0.93, 0.91. That is under grid-based bag of words features, comparing linear and non-linear for SVM and our AWS, which is our own proposed method. And under the detector-based BOW features, you can see that our own AWS, which is Amazing Web Service, is also taking the lead. 0.98 for precision, 0.94 for recall, 0.93 for F1, and 0.93 for accuracy. We conclude our work by saying, in this paper, we have proposed the development of scalable and safe cloud architecture for a face swapping application that lets the user upload 2 photos and get a face swap output. We achieve this by employing AWS application and their functions. A face swapping dataset derived from an open benchmark dataset was utilized for training and testing the proposed system. The experiment produced an effective solution with 93% detection accuracy that I have showed you in that table. The implications of this solution are the provision of security and private access to AWS services by VPC endpoint and WAF, elimination of NAT gateway cost by utilizing VPC endpoints for private S3 access. 3, offering of a scalable processing environment by Lambda functions without the need for server management. 4, delivery of real-time notification by SNS to users regarding their request status. And finally, optimization of S3 storage ensure quick and efficient access to images. Our future work includes a cloud driving face swapping detection using real-human video. Thank you for the audience.
what is meant by scalability in our context?
Scalability means that you should be able to fit any other platform that you take it to.
So is it totally secure?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying here. We try to make sure that it's secure by using all the resources that I've talked about under the AWS, so that I showed you in my figure I showed you A, B, C, D, whereby a person's picture cannot be manipulated. Once you send it to that framework, the result that you should be expecting is the result that you have intention of receiving, not any other one that anybody can manipulate. If you look at today's applications that we call the face swapping, it is very easy to manipulate somebody's figure, somebody's face, which we have reduced in this our own framework.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Professor Ping, do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. I have a question regarding the NAT gateway cost. I just wonder, how much cost can be saved by like removing this gateway?
Don't forget that I said that all our work is dwell on using AWS which is web-based. All that is needed here is the technicality and the skill and the expertise to be able to use AWS very well. The resources that we use all is within the AWS. So the security provided by AWS is the security that we use. We did not add any security. We take advantage of all the provision provided by the AWS. They are the one that owns all those resources that you see that we use. We were only able to use them to suit our own objectives. That is what we did. The security is not from us. The security is still within AWS, which is web-based. But ability to use it to achieve our goals, that is what we use it for.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Now
Thank
we will
you.
be moving
Thank
with the
you.
next presentation. Now, next up, I would like to call Neetu Vasundharan Shija to present her study on digital art gallery on phones for users with reduced mobility by using augmented virtuality.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen.
Are you able to share your screen, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So, good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here today at ICICT 2025 to present our research titled Digital Art Gallery on Phone for Users with Reduced Mobility by Using Augmented Virtuality. This work is a collaboration with my co-authors from University de Rouen Normandie and University de Haute Alsace. My name is Nedu Vasundhara and I am a master's student in software engineering and digital transformation at ICICT France. So our table of contents are introduction and motivation, how we implemented our virtual gallery, applications and evolution, conclusion and future work. Before starting my presentation, I would like to say that we have a strong motivation for our research. Our research institute working on mobility-related research areas, focusing on deep learning-based object detection, localization, and tracking for smart wheelchair healthcare mobility. Their objective is to improve the comfort for people who have reduced mobility. So we found that as of 2025, the World Health Organization estimate approximately 1.3 billion people worldwide experience significant disabilities, accounting for about 16% of global population. So, in our research, we are focusing on enhancing accessibility to art by creating a virtual and immersive gallery experiences for users with reduced mobility. So our observations are number of disabled people is increasing, lack of accessibility to physical rooms, important muscular efforts for circulating in between people. And our targeted topic is facilitating the access to museum and art galleries. So how we implemented our virtual gallery. This is a proposed augmented virtuality pipeline of our model. We use some softwares here to implement our virtual gallery. We have SketchUp. SketchUp is a 3D model software to create and manipulate 3D models. And we have Unity 3D for real-time 3D application. And we use Google Cardboard SDK for immersive VR experience. It's an open source Cardboard SDK. Here, this is a 3D model we draw using SketchUp, and we loaded the 3D model to the Unity. This is a view of Unity after loading the 3D model, and we have placed three frames. We have placed some frames to load the images, and we pick some images from users gallery, and this is a view of the Unity after successfully loading the images from the users phone. And this is a global view of our 3D model. And after the SketchUp, we have some frames which is developed in Unity, and this is a default mobile immersive model, and we successfully loaded into the Unity environment. And This is a screenshot for the selection through the images using smartphones, and we loaded in Unity 3D.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, I'm very sorry for interruption, but we are able to hear some disturbances in your background voice.
Oh, sorry. Is it okay now?
No, ma'am, it's still hearable.
Sorry.
Okay, now it's quiet.
Okay,
You can
thank you.
start with us.
I have
I'm
a,
very sorry, ma'am. The voice still persists.
okay.
It's kind of a gushing voice.
Am I audible now?
You're audible, but there's some background noise with you. Some wind gushing or related to it.
Uh, is it now okay?
No,
Hello.
still persists.
Is everyone experiencing the same problem? Hello.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are experiencing, right, same problem.
Same problem. Okay.
The audio is not clear at all.
Sorry.
I think there's like some
This will not.
background noise from your speaker.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, I think it's quiet now.
Oh, thank you. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay. So we have also developed some model here. I will show you some demonstration. We have also experienced some floating images while developing. So,
I'm very sorry, ma'am, but the voice is still there. We're not able to hear you over that voice.
oh, sorry. Am I audible now?
No, your voice is fine. I think there's like a background noise happening. Maybe your speaker is kind of giving a feedback. So you might need to check your PC speaker or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hope my voice is clear now.
Your voice is clear, ma'am, but whenever you're trying to speak, there's coming some gushing, wind gushing, or related to that noise, along with your voice in it.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Let me start again, or can I continue?
Mm. Okay, try to continue for 10 seconds. I'll tell you if it is quieter now, or if it isn't, I'll ask you to restart, please.
Yeah. If it's okay, can it restart again from the scratch?
Ma'am, try to speak a little bit more. I think the voice is quieter now. Can you continue with the presentation for a little while?
Yeah. If it's possible, can I start from the scratch?
Just continue from where you stop. We are with you.
Oh, thank you, sir. So, to conclude
Please
our
continue.
research.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. To conclude our research topic, we have some advantages that it's a straightforward method towards building a virtual gallery for smartphone, and it's easy modeling a 3D environment. And one of the best advantage for this proposed model is it's a cost-effective method. There are a lot of VR music galleries are actively present in nowadays, but our proposed model is a cost effective method that we use a open source Google Cardboard 3 SDK. So it's providing a virtual reality for disabled persons. And some drawbacks are these modeling rooms can be time consuming, and of course we have some limitations. We developed only in Android platform. We need to expand our work in iOS platform also. And our future works are we are developing we need to develop it for metaverse features like integration of avatars, and we need to increase the social experience, that is interaction with physical visitors, and so on. And these are some references that we use in our research topic. And do you have any questions? I know my voice is a little bit difficult to hear. So,
So
do you
what
have
about accuracy? Accuracy with respect to your work.
accuracy to respect to our work? It's 80% accuracy, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Professor Ping, do you have any questions for her?
Yeah. Thank you for the presentation. I just I saw you mentioned that the model, I mean the system doesn't need any glasses. In the I mean in the future, do you have any plans to like maybe also use in to make sure that the system is work with like the state of the art like Meta's glass or other, I mean, existing glasses?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Future, we have some plans. Actually, in this research, we have some limitations. We only have limited placement for the frames. Here, we have only 5 frames or other. We need to add more images in this for better experience.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Neetu ma'am, for your presentation.
Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon Fong Nguyen to present his study on digital leadership and responsible innovation, the mediating role of digital culture and continuous learning environments.
So, hello everyone. The
Hello, sir.
moderator,
Over to you.
please give me the co-host and then I can share my screen. Thank you very much. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Today I would like to present our paper on behalf of our co-author, Yung Bui. So our topic is about digital leadership and responsible innovations, the measuring growth of digital culture and continuously learning environments. So firstly, I would like to go through the abstracts of our paper. So the purpose of our papers is nowadays we are currently experiencing the era of digital transformations. It leads to the concepts of digital leadership, continuously learning, and digital culture. So the objective of this study is to investigate the influence of various dimensions of digital leadership, or DL, in this research on enhancing responsible innovation with the moderating role of continuously learning and the management of digital culture. So for the designs of this research, so this study was employed the mixed methods research design. The data was collected using the cell administrator questionnaire distributed with a sample of 250 employees from the small and medium-sized enterprise in Vietnam. Select through convenience sampling. So the finding is we use the structural equation modelings for the path analysis in this study. The findings indicated a positive and significant impact of the digital leadership on responsible innovation mediated through the roles of continuous learning and digital culture. So from the findings, we propose some practical implication. So this study have highlighted the significance of the impact of digital leadership to create continuously learning and digital culture in Vietnam. The study also confirmed the relationship between digital leadership and responsible innovation. It adds into the evidence that on the digital leadership currently in Vietnam. So the originality of this research, we provide empirical evidence to support that the role of digital culture in the fostering of responsible innovation. Furthermore, how the digital leadership transcends its influence on continuously learning and digital culture within organization were demonstrated. By doing so, it reaches the gap in understanding the impact of digital leadership and the responsible innovation, consistently learning, and digital culture in the context of Vietnam is addressed in this study. So the agenda, we go through 6 parts. The first is introduction. The second one is literature review and hypothesis. The third is the research design, findings, discussion, and the last one is conclusion. So introductions. So here's some basic concept of what is digital leadership. So leadership is presented in creation of digital capacities and organization culture employed to facilitate transformative change and effectively harness the potential of digital technology. And the concepts of continuously learning is bears a strong balance on the notation of intellectual activity. So in this study, the researcher found that the relationship between digital leadership on responsible innovation among the rolling the continuously learning and the digital culture. So for the literature review and hypothesis, as you can see on the screen, the digital leadership, or other words, the e-leadership, emerged as a scientific leadership approach in the late 1990s. It's driven the proliferations of the information technology, such as the internet, email, video conference, and fundamental reshape the work practice and the leadership style. The event of digital age has precipitated a shift in leadership requirements, demanding distinctive mindset and attributes in contrast to traditional leadership paradigms. So digital leadership in the digital age demand a unique set of competencies. This include the ability to conceptualize and implement digital strategies, facilitate innovations in the digital spaces, motivate engaged employee through virtual interactions, and establish effective communication channels within digital landscape. And the responsible innovation, what is that? So responsible innovation is defined as three core dimensions. The first dimension is a transparent and interactive process. And the second dimension is engagement of both societal factors and innovators in a mutual dialogue. And the third dimension is a critical conditions of ethical acceptability, substantiability, social desirability of the innovation process, and is marketable products. So from the literature review, we propose the first hypothesis for this study. Hypothesis H1, there's a positive relationship has been observed between the digital leadership and responsive innovation. And the second hypothesis and the third hypothesis have been developed from the digital leadership concepts. As you can see on the screen, we analyze some relationship between the digital leadership and the digital culture. And the third hypothesis is that there is a positive correlation that exists between digital culture and responsible innovation. And what about the intermediary roles of continuously learning? So adopting the digital first mindset may foster a culture of experimentations among employees, thereby enhancing exploratory learning by offering novel gadget innovation and infrastructure. So from this one, we state the hypothesis 4A, digital leadership and the continuously learning are positive related. And also we examine the intermediary role of continuous learning. So from the literature review, we propose the hypothesis 4B. Continuous learning and responsible innovation are positively correlated. So next we move to the research design. So the collection data, these data we are gathering from small and medium-sized enterprise employee with a various section in Vietnam. And the researcher, we have validated 450 respondents. And we have the error level of 5% and at 95% confidence interval. So the questionnaire comprised of 52 item measure on the Likert scale from 1 to 5. So 1 is total disagree, and it move up to 5, it means total agree. So as mentioned before, first we use the smart POS software. We test the reliability test by using Chromebook and FAR. So as you can see, all the construct here, they meet the conditions of the reliability test. The conversion validity also assessed by the AVE value and auto loading. So the result indicated that all AVEs is higher than 2.5 and all auto loading is above 2.6. So thus we confirming a strong conversion validity for all reflected construct in this result. And number 4, we move to the findings. So for the findings, we come up with the result for the measurement model estimations from the VIF, which range from 2.255 into 2.575 in table 2, which means that all the significant below a threshold of 5, and it's meet the condition for the test of in this research. So now for the path and also the coefficients. As you can see, it's all we based on the p-value and all the path analysis and also the structural equations. We confirm the indirect effects. So all the hypotheses are supported, and the data are statistically significant. So this is the graphical presentations of the equations, the sequence equations modelings that we test in this model. Now, come up with the discussion. So in summary, the research show a strong and positive relationship between the digital leadership, digital culture, and responsible innovation. So digital leadership and digital culture are two important and complementary elements to drive a successful digital transformation. So digital leadership shape and nurture the digital culture, while digital culture support and strengthens leadership effectiveness. So digital culture promotes responsible innovation by creating an environment that is very contributive and for the creation and implementation of technologies in an ethical, sustainable, and beneficial manner. So this is also consistent with the previous study. So it is highly effective digital culture. Employees are enabled to utilize digital technology with digital culture to serving as a moderator in the relationship between digital leadership and organizational performance. In a developed country like Vietnam, this study finding emphasized the significance of digital leadership or the e-leadership of organization. Additionally, virtual leadership is essential for distributing resources to support business, according to some of the theory of Hambrick and Manson. Now for the conclusions. So our author come with the conclusions. Primarily, this is an empirical study that using the data from Vietnam that contribute to digital leadership literature by exploring the moderator between the digital leadership and responsible innovation, while we enriching the knowledge of the moderator, especially the continuously learning. Furthermore, the findings show that the digital culture impact the continuously learning environment. This study also suggests that the research on continuously learning need more attention, and it calls for further research on this issue. Finally, the results hold a significant practical value in terms of the implications for methods that the firm can develop individuals and organizations for responsible innovation. So the last one, we come up with some limitations of this study. So first, the data collect from the small and medium-sized firm employees and the leader in Vietnam. So it may lead into opportunity for further research to explore whether the result can be replicated in a firm with different size, which is larger size and different locations. Additions, further study should focus on a leader who will play a vital roles in digital leadership. And finally, the our study hasn't explored the reality concepts such as educational leadership, learning agility, and so on. So this is our reference that we use in such study. Thank you very much for your attention.
So although we are creating virtual leadership, that is the concept by you, but what about ethics and security aspect to your approach? Whether it is ethical, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Whether is this ethical? What are the ethical aspects of your implementation of virtual leadership?
Yes, sir. This is because if we want to implement a strong digital leadership, we need a code of conduct that governs the behavior of employee in the digital environment, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Ping, do you have any questions for him?
Yes, I have a question about the continuous learning and digital culture. I think your study said that continuous learning and digital culture are like mediators between digital leadership and responsible innovation. Could you elaborate on like which of these two factors have has a stronger like mediating effect?
Yes, sir. The moderating effects, as we mentioned in the studies, It could have other effects that the moderator, it just affects the indirect effects of the continuously learning, and also the cultural digital cultural. So it may suggest that we should develop our research in a further manner to see comprehensively the indirect effects. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Now I would request Suresh Rasappan to present his study on enhanced feature extraction and representation in hybrid CNN-ANN architecture for medical image classification using LC105K dataset.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I think my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
I think my screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You may begin your presentation.
Yeah. Good morning to one and all. I am thankful that the organizing committee and all the members. Today I am going to present my research paper in front of the August gathering intellectual peoples. Enhanced feature extraction and representation by hybrid CNN architecture for medical image classifications using LC105K dataset. So myself and the co-authors with Ahmad Nishat and Francis Xavier are equally contributed this paper. Moreover, I am very thankful to the university. This project is supported by the internal fund project. Okay, so what is my research motivations? So we know that the lung cancer is heterogeneous disease. So we have that various types. Especially there are three classifications. That is androcarcinoma, angioma, and carcinoma and lymph node. So there are three categories in lung cancer. These are the major dangerous subtypes in the lung cancers. Okay, so what's our work represented here? So this work is representing the deep learning automated model. So that automated model, so that it is easily diagnose this three type of cases. Okay, so what happened? So this data set is work for the LC105K data set. So this data set it is created by us. So how we are getting the images? So these images we in various hospitals in Oman. So we collected the collected all the data from the Oman. So particularly the Sultan Qaboos data, the cancer data centers. So they are supported for running creating this whole data set. So this data set is published in that IEEE port. Okay, so what is in this LC 105K data set? This is a large data set, especially for lung cancer subtype classifications. And not only that scanned images, so X-ray images, all the images are we classified. Okay, so this merely that is a lakh 5,000 images are there. So there are three labels there. The three label cases are the lungs beginning tissues and the lung adenocarcinoma tissues and lung small cells, carinocells. Okay, so these are some sample pictures. Okay, so how we are created this data set? So this is the one of the most important part. So for this purpose, we are used a lot of techniques, especially the principal component analysis. So by using the principal component analysis, so we are scaling and that tuning the images in various angles, and we created the exact one. Okay, so the next one we used that uh, that a Carney method that is used for exactly finding the edge of the cancer images. So if the exactly if finding the cancer images, then we can crop by using principal count analysis. Then we are generated the data set. Okay, so these two techniques are used. Moreover, we used the binary image. So once we are using a grayscale image and binary image, we can exactly find the edge of the affected areas. So from the affected areas, we traced out affected areas. Then again, we are converting to the original image. Then it is the easiest way to identify the exact place of the medical images. Okay, so this data set is published in that IEEE data port. Okay, so what are the image size and file format and that further? This data set has have a totally that 1,05,000 images. There are various dimension images, that is 768, 768, 512 and 512. So JPEG image format, we have the 5 classes and approximately 21 images for each classes we have. Okay, already I told this method is principal comment analysis and all the methods we used for generating these images. Okay, so now what we do this learning. So we designed for CNN, ANN architecture. So actually a convolutional neural network, I combined with the artificial neural network. So for future extraction. Okay, there are two type of analysis we done here after generating the images. The first one, hyperparameter tuning. So the second one, the transfer learning pre-trained models. Okay, so here we mainly focus on these two. Particularly, we focus on the hyperparameter tuning and optimization method. Okay, let's see that. So this is the so that architecture of this. So we are giving the input, then from the input layer, it is going to the convolution layer. So in the steps to convolution layer, the each images are classified and zoomed and we can get it. Okay. So after that, it's go for the batch normalization layer. Okay. What is the nature of the batch normalization layer? So the batch normalization layer that it is helped to stop the overfitting of the model. So suppose if the size is for 512 into 512, if the image vector is more size, it is reducing by using the batch normalization order, it prevent to overfit of the model. Okay, once the overfit the model is completed, then it is going to RELU. So in this RELU, what we are getting, so this RELU, that the negative values, so only take the positive values. The positive values are the same value. If it have a negative values, the negative values are going to 0. So what we are getting the RELU, so we can extract more clarity that one. Okay, so then next we are after this batch the RELU, after the RELU, it's moved to the pooling layer. So here there are two type of, this is one set. Then next one is the pooling. So in the pooling layer, we are using there are two type of pooling, the maximum and average. So both we are utilized. So the pooling layer, we can extract the exact images. Okay. Then after that, then it's moved to the, so this flatten layer. So this flatten layer, we introduce the ANN. We are introduced more, uh, two more RELU and flatten layer we introduced. Okay, so once the flatten layer is identified, so now it's come to the again the flatten layer, fully connected layer. From the fully connected layer, from based on the values, it is fully softmax layer and all the things. It's identify the probability values. So it give it what type of cancer it is giving. This is the entire work process. Okay, let's we go then what are the okay input layer. So our algorithm, that is our designed deep learning method, is supported for three images, three color images. For this image, that this algorithm support for binary images and as well as that grayscale images. Okay, so there are three type of input we can accommodate. The first one is that image input. The next one is a sequential image input. So you have a doubt here the how we are giving the sequential input image. Suppose if your input is in video, sometimes you are giving that, so it is accepting that also. So sometimes you want to access your demographic images, so for it is a 1D images, so sequential input, so therefore it is accepting that images also. So this model is supporting for all the three type of inputs it is supporting. Okay, so now already I told in the architecture it is going to the convolution layer. So it is convolution layer. It is it's make a dot product and the adding the bias all the convolutions here. Okay. So once here that once if the input image is going, it is splitting into the how many filters we are going to give. So it is splitting into the images as a filters. So each filters are doing the segmentation and it's processing this input and identifying the cases. Okay, once finished that, it's go the batch normalization layer. So the batch normalizations we are using the statistics all the calculations. Okay, so the cancer images is going to the batch normalization layer. So this is the batch normalization layer output. So we are giving the more clear and conscious output of this. So here you can visualize this. This one is that input layers, convolution layer. So we are getting the more precise output here. Okay. So once the input after finishing the batch normalization, it is to the RELU layer. So here the RELU layer is only the things. If x greater than 0, this is, we keep the same x value. If it negative value, it keeps 0. Okay. So it is identifying the exact relationship between the non-linearity and threshold. So that purpose we are using this RELU. So it is a non-linearity. Okay. So you look here. So one by one filter you are giving. It is exactly identify where the cancer cells are deposited or what are the methods are there. So everything it is done here. Okay. This is the first part. That is a convolution part. Okay. So the next coming to the pooling. So it is how we are going to downsample the output and all the things. There are two type of poolings we use. That is average pooling and maximum pooling. Okay. So this once that our output is going to the pooling layer, so we are getting the maximum. So we discussed in this resultant discussion part, so how it work and all the things. Okay, so flatten layer. So this again the flatten layer I introduced here. So the 3D images convert to a 1D images. So that's why the all the 3D images are converted to one vectors and this give to the sequential input. Okay, so after that we are introduced the AN layer. So this AN layer have more precision. This have 128 neurons and 64 neurons. We are using RELU's activation functions. So this 128 neurons are activating here, so that all the inputs are giving this 128. Then it is extract the futures. Here RELU and flatten layers are designed for this AN, and in hidden layers we are using 128 neurons. Okay,
Excuse
so
me,
this
sir.
is the yes, ma'am.
I'm very sorry for interruption, but this is a gentle reminder that you have crossed 10 minutes of your presentation. All right?
Okay, I will go into the finish it. Okay,
Yes.
so there are two activation REL used in this, so therefore it is output of that. Okay, so it is a fully connected layer. So it is softmax layer what is doing. Okay, so now this is the output of this. So this is the RELU. If you are going convolution layer 2x2, so we are getting this one. So I'm coming to the maximum. This is a matrix, so we are getting the accuracy of 96.3762. So we are hyper tuned the filter size and number of filters and the padding and what type of poolings we are used, all the things. So we are maximum get to the 96.36. That is the best accuracy for that. Okay, so we are using the lot of trainings. So therefore training learning rate depends on the training rate. We are getting this accuracy. So these are our results. So we are trained for various dimensions. So this is the various dimensions output. Okay, so we are compared with the other result. So we are giving that more accuracy result. So our result are designed on CNN and AAN architecture. So it's give that merely that 96 point accuracy. So it's worked for so LCK dataset. So these are our reference. So thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. If any questions, please ask.
What data set you have taken from, what is the source of data set?
Sir, so the dataset LC105K, this dataset is generated by us. So here that is Sultan Qaboos University, the data centers in Oman. So we are following the ethical, the national ethical approval, and we are using that dataset. So this entire images are based on Oman.
Okay. How much accuracy you are getting finally?
So 96.38 accuracy we are getting. We are checked with the clinical data. So the FN score, all the things we are getting are approximately 0.99 and 0.98.
Thank you very much.
So thank you, sir.
Professor Ping, you may ask any questions you have for him.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the presentation.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yeah, I'm
sir.
also very interested in the data set. You said it's public available on IEEE hub or something up there.
Sir, I'm
I mean,
found
can we use your like data set in
Yes.
our study?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, the data set is published in IEEE port, so that it is publicly available. So this data set we are generated from Oman. So initially we are getting that 10,000 images. From the 10,000 images, by using principal component analysis and canny edge detection method, we zoomed the exact images and we track exact cancer images.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, next up, we have Abdullah Taheni to present his research on safeguarding privacy of sensitive e-health data against AI predictive algorithm threats. Abdullah, sir. Is any of the co-authors present? I repeat, is Abdullah sir or any of the co-authors of this paper present to present their presentation? All right, we will move on to the next one. I would like to call upon Kevin Tanuvajia to present his study on the impact of affiliate marketing and gamification, improving SMSC business sustainability. Kevin, sir?
Okay, I'm present, Miss.
Yes, sir.
I want to share my screen. Okay. Sorry. Is my screen visible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for the committee for having me in this conference. So at the moment, I want to share all of you about my research about the impact of the affiliate marketing and gamification to improving small and medium enterprise business sustainability in Indonesia. So this what topics that I want to share to all of you. First is about introduction of the research, to historical framework and hypothesis. There's the methods and the material that I use in the research, data analysis and the result. Fifth is the discussion about the result, and last, how the conclusion of the research. And this is the background of the research. So my research object is about small and medium enterprise in Indonesia. Why I choose these topics, because small and medium enterprise business in Indonesia is important to Indonesia economy, because it contributes to 60.551% for Indonesia economy. And also the e-commerce ecosystem in Asia also grow to support the small enterprise business, because in 2030 it contributes to 160 billion US dollar. However, the small and medium enterprise business in Indonesia faces some problem. First is to maintain the long-term relationship with the customer, and the second one is to attract a new customer. So in this research, I to build a long-term relationship with customer, I use a gamification approach, because in the previous research, it's can enhance customer engagement, identification, and commitment towards the business. To attract a new customer, I use a affiliate marketing approach, because based on the previous research, it can build a customer purchase intention by the influence of the trusted individuals, or we call it affiliator. Based on the problems, there are three hypothesis research questions. First is, how does affiliate marketing affect customer loyalty in small enterprise business? Gamification affect customer loyalty. Lastly, is customer loyalty affect business sustainability? Here are the research benefits. For the theoretical side, these research can provide and enrich the current knowledge about the affiliate marketing, gamification, and business sustainability. And for technical benefits, this research can be an advice or suggestion for the small and enterprise business owner to achieve a sustainable business. These are research review for this research, and also I provide some research. This is a hypothesis formulation based on the research. Based on the research problem, there are three hypotheses. This is the research model, and this is a research indicator. For each variable, there are several indicators that I use to measure the result. And for data collection, for research, I use a questionnaire to 100 fast-moving consumer goods sector for small medium enterprise in Jakarta, Indonesia. Why is in 100? Because after sample calculation using purposive sampling, again the minimum respondent, it should be 100 respondent. And for the measurement for the questionnaire, I use a Likert scale 1 to 5. 1 is strongly disagree and 5 is strongly agree. This is the analysis technique. For this research, I use structural X-ray model, partially square with smart PRS software. Why I use this technique? Because this technique can validate correlation between the indicators and the variables, and also the correlation between the variables. Here the respondent demography. If I can summary up the respondents for this research, most of the respondents came from the micro business. The area operation is in the West Jakarta, and also business lifetime is around 4 and 5 years. And what they sell is mostly about a packed food product. And this is the measurement and result. Maybe as for this table, focus on the auto loading and the combo alpha. So the auto loading for each indicator show the value is above 0.7. So it means that the indicator clearly describe the variables. And also for the combo alpha, most of the indicators a value is above 0.6. So it means that the indicator is constantly describe the variable over the sum testing. And this is the result, both the hypothesis testing based on the research question. So each the hypothesis result a significant relation because the p-value is below 0.1. And to enrich the current research, I also analyze the indirect effect about and the indirect effect also show a significant result because the p-value is below 0.1. And I also analyze the effect size, the customer loyalty. So it means that because the value is 0.24, so it means that affiliate marketing and gamification only contributes 24% about the customer loyalty. So it's show that it's only show a low impact. This one is not same as the business sustainability because customer loyalty describes 67% to business sustainability, so it's considered a high impact. This is a summary for the hypothesis. So it's here all the hypotheses as accepted in this research. And for the discussion, the implication theory, the mediation effect of customer loyalty fulfills the missing link between affiliate marketing gamification with the business sustainability. The study also extends the existing body of research on affiliate marketing and gamification, especially in fast-moving consumer goods sector in Indonesia. But for practical application, customarity is significantly impact business in Indonesia because it can grow the economic growth, resource efficiency, and social engagement. And for the gamification and affiliate marketing, it's not a significant influence customarity in small enterprise business because it's only impact 20.2%. And this is the conclusion for the research. This research expands existing knowledge about marketing affiliate marketing, gamification to customer loyalty. This also give a suggestion for a small and enterprise business owner to implement a more persuasive marketing strategy and more engaging and enjoyable business process. This is also bridge a gap to existing knowledge by connecting the affiliate marketing and gamification to the business sustainability. This research also has limitation because the respondents is lifetime is around 4 and 5 years. Maybe in the next research can have a more lifetime. And the second one is more limited only Jakarta area. The third one, the affiliate marketing and gamification only found to be relatively low because it only contributes 24.2%. Suggestion for the next research, as I mentioned before, maybe in the next research, the respondent owners should be a business with more than 5 years. The second one, maybe it can use the research can be in another place or also to enlarge the area, maybe in the larger area. And lastly, maybe it can explore another additional variables to identify other factor influence the customer loyalty and business sustainability. Okay, think it's for me. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any inquiry or advice, feel free to inform me. Thank you.
Are you comparing your work with the existing work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
The
what?
previous is also aligned with my research, sir.
What's your accuracy in that case?
The accuracy for this case. I'm not mentioned in the presentation, but I use the error is 5%, sir.
Okay. No
Thank
problem.
you. Thank you. I have a question about your future work. Do you have any plans to collect more samples in the future? I notice you only have like 100 questionnaire for this study.
Oh, yeah. I think that's thank you for your suggestion. I think that's also the research for the future research. Yeah, I think it can gain more respondent, yeah, to enrich the result. Thank you for your suggestion,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. Now, next up, I would like to call upon Nguyen Ko Gong to present their research on the key determinants of live streaming driven online purchasing decision among Generation Z.
Okay, hello. I want to share
Yes, ma'am.
slideshow.
Can you please repeat, ma'am?
Hello.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to share a slideshow. I cannot say slideshow.
I'm very sorry, I cannot understand you, ma'am. What are you trying to convey?
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, I send a message request.
Hello.
Please reply it there.
Good morning, everyone. My name
Ma'am,
is
are you going to present on behalf of him? Okay, sure, ma'am. Please continue.
Can you see? Can you see the slideshow?
Yes, ma'am, we can see your screen.
Yes. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mai Thị Bích Ngọc, and I'm delighted to be here today to present our research on the key determinants of live stream. Live stream driven online purchasing decisions among Generation Z. As we all know, live streaming has revolutionized the way consumers, especially tech-savvy Generation Z, make their purchasing decisions. This story aims to explore the case motivational factor that's why live stream enable purchasing decisions among Gen Z's consumer in Vietnam. In this study, we investigate the factor that's motivation Generation Z in Vietnam to make online purchase through live stream. We found that several key elements significantly influence their decisions using the theory of brand behavior and methods called CB-SEM. We analyze data from 233 Gen Z individuals in Ho Chi Minh City collective experience April and June of last year. Our results show that information quality, streamer activeness, interaction quality, search worthiness, and streamer expertise all plays a positive role in their live stream purchasing decisions. We believe this research contribute to a better understanding of online consumer behavior and offer valuable insights for business looking to leverage live streaming in their omnichannel strategies. And the digital landscape is rapidly evolving, and live stream shopping has emerged as a powerful trend, especially in Vietnam, where online transactions account for nearly half to all internet use. Consumers, particularly the younger generations, and is recently turning to the internet for various information and buying decisions. Generation Z represents a significant consumer base, making up 33% of the global population and 21% of Vietnam populations. Our story focus on this demographics, examining their online purchasing intentions within the context of live streaming by identifying the factor that's drive their purchasing decisions. We aim to provide business with the knowledge they need to effectively engage with online consumer interest in his shopping experience. In terms of literature review, our research is growing in the theory of brand behavior with success. That behavior is driven by intention. The intention are shaped by attitudes, subjective norm, and perceived behavioral cultural. We adapted this theory to understand how factors such as streamer characteristic and information quality influence Gen Z intention and decision to purchase through live stream. We also consider the broad context of online purchasing decisions, which involve the involve a multi-step process of problem identifications, information seeking, evaluation, and ultimately the purchase itself. Purchase intentions is a critical outcome of this process and a strong predictor of after purchase behavior. We then explore the key factor in influencing online purchasing decisions, including information quality, streamer effectiveness, streamer expertise, trustworthiness, and interaction qualities. Based on our view, based on our view of existing literature, we developed 6K hypothesis which are visualized in the conceptual model. So, in terms of research method, we employ quantitative method using convenient sampling to collect data via Google Form survey from April to June 2024, primarily from respondents in Ho Chi Minh City. We use SPSS and AMOS for data analysis, including descriptive statistics, reliability testing, exploratory factor analysis, confirmatory factor analysis, and structural equations modeling. So looking at the descriptive status of our sample, we found a slightly higher representations of female. The age distributions were primarily within the Gen Z range and income level varies. The majority of participants were either of workers, students, or slave employees. Finally, for average daily usage time, 36.5% access the platform for 1 to 3 hours, 29.6% for less than 1 hour, and 24% for 3 to 5 hours, and 9.9% to more than 5 hours. Before proceeding with our main analysis, we ensure the reliability and validity of our measure. Prospect aim for values for on factor were about 0.6, indicating good reliability. So we can so that in the slideshow. In terms of the reliability and validity, these the CR supports 0.7 and the AVE exists 0.5, indicating excellent conversions. Discriminants validity were assessed. And the result of our structural equations modeling and analysis confirmed on 6 of our hypotheses. We found that information quality, streamer attractiveness, interaction quality, trustworthiness, and a streamer expertise has a significant specificity impact on online purchase intention, which in turn positively influence online purchase decisions. Notably, quality information as the most significant predictor of online purchase intentions. Our model explains 57.8% of the variance in online purchase intentions. In conclusion, our study provides valuable insight into the factor that drives Gen Z online purchasing decision in the context of live streaming. We found that information quality, streamer characteristics, and interactions quality play a crucial role. These findings have both theoretical and practical implication. However, it's important to acknowledge and limitation of our study, including the geographically restricted framework focus on Generation Z and the related small sample size due to our use convenience sampling. Future research could address the limitation by expanding the geographical scope, comparing different generations cohort and employing probability sampling technique to enhance the generalizability of the finding. Thank you for your attention. I'm now open to any question you may have.
Amar sir, do you have any questions for her? Amar sir, we cannot hear you.
Hello, what is accuracy have you compared with the existing result? Hello.
Ma'am, are you present?
Hello, sir. Can you repeat?
So what is the good? It's a good work. You compared with the existing approaches.
Ma'am, you're muted. Can you please answer this question?
So, I think we looking so I can we show is the source of our structural equations modeling and analysts confirm on this of our hypothesis. We found that information quality stream abstractness, interaction quality, trustfulness, and stream expertise on has a significant positive impact on online purchase intentions. And we believe this research contribute to a better understand of online consumer behavior and offer value insight for business looking to list various live stream in their omni-channel strategies.
Okay, thank you very much.
Professor Ping, do you have any questions for her?
Yes, thank you for the presentation. I have a question about the 7 variables analyzed in your study. For those variables like information quality and interaction quality, which one do you think has the strongest influence on the Generation Z's online purchase decisions? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think
Dimai, I think so she is facing some technical issues, so you can move for the next presentation.
Okay, sure. Thank you, ma'am, for presenting your paper. Now, I would like to give one last call to Abdullah Tahani to present his study, or any of the co-authors who are present who can present on behalf of him. I repeat, this is one last call for Abdullah Tahani. All right, we'll move to the closing remarks. I sincerely thank all our authors for their excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. And we, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this 10th version and all the previous 9 versions of the conference. We will be happy to have you in the 11th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already forwarded to the printer. The publication will be live within 6 months. I would request everyone to kindly cooperate with the team of ICICT 2025. I would like to thank our session chair, Professor Ping Luo, for chairing the session, extending a token of appreciation on behalf of Team ICICT and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Sir, I will request you to share any closing remark you may have for everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for our speakers for their insightful presentations. I hope today's discussions inspire further research and collaborations, and hope to see everyone next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would also like to thank Professor Amar Buchere, sir, for chairing this session, sharing a token of gratitude for your valuable presence. Please share any closing remark you may have for our presentees. Amar, sir? Okay, thank you, sir. Now, before we conclude the session, I kindly request everyone to switch on their camera for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. I repeat, everyone, please turn on their cameras for a quick moment. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a great day ahead and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.